Hey everyone, time for yet another update. So, let's see, today's the 2nd of July. Oh, that means the 4th of July is coming up pretty soon. This back of my wrist is kind of itchy. Something must have bit me. There's like this thing, it's incredibly itchy. I'm not sure if something bit me. Didn't see anything. I haven't found any bugs. The only insects that have been here that I've noticed, other than that one spider, was maybe no, it can't be maybe it is. But other than that, there was like one fruit fly. I haven't seen that around, so like for the most part, I've cleaned up stuff around here. Still trying to organize and figure out where all of these papers are supposed to go. Then let's go. And so I started tracking down and putting down a schedule thing for my appointment book, but what's been happening is that, well, okay, we got 7 a.m. all the way until 9, but the issue with that was that, excuse me. So, yeah, the problem there was that I was kind of being awake during the times that are off of the appointment book schedule hours, and then asleep during the daytime hours. So I was thinking maybe I could just kind of put a line down each column in the middle, and then from 7 to 7, the left side maybe represents the daytime and the right side possibly the nighttime morning. And then got some issues. I've noticed that I have some bills coming up and beginning to pile up. I gotta figure out how to generate some income of some sort, otherwise don't want to end up living out in the streets again. That would suck big time. Here, just did a chess match earlier. Oh yeah, managed to get it into a checkmate. I had to do some takebacks, though. It was a pretty tough game. Well, I didn't have to do too many takebacks at least, but it's amazing how accurate and on point these computers are when it comes to something like chess. But I can't waste too much time on those sorts of things, since I got websites to edit. I gotta pay for the website stuff. I gotta figure out what I need to sell, and where I'm gonna get the money to be able to continue doing stuff. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up disappearing again from online. Oh yeah, that's actually another thing too that reminds me of. That's one of the reasons why so many people do not like and or do not trust the government or its officials. Honestly, I don't think I would be having any of these problems if it were not for interference by a corporate government system. Well, that, and then also the industry of psychiatry. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but those two industries in particular seem to cause a lot of interference into the lives of people. And the psychiatry is, it's so arrogant. Like everybody has a mental illness or mental disease or disease or whatever, and there's just, if you actually do your research, you'll find that it's actually full of it's just full of itself. Don't want to say anything that I have to censor myself over. Oh yeah, and then of course I decided to have the camera face me this time. So instead of just having the camera pointing to the things that I'm looking at, meow, here's my kitty again. People probably want to see who's talking face to face, or at least, see their face as they're talking. Anyway, oh yeah, that's the main thing that I wanted to show today is my software. This is called, let's see, this Omni Page 16 OCR software. What it is basically, if I have a document and I scan it into an image file, I actually tested it. It actually works pretty, for the most part it works pretty good, unless you have some like sloppy handwriting. So there were some things from some doctors that are so-called doctors. I don't really consider psychiatrists to be real doctors for the most part, but there was one who had his writings on one of the papers that I had, and then so I scanned it and then turned it really does convert it into a text document. So this is something that I found amongst the stuff that was left behind. What's this? Yeah. Anyway, so what I plan to do is at some point, because there's a lot of, I do have a lot of pretty decent computer skills. I know what software is useful. I'm thinking of probably putting a checklist of recommended or core software, depending on what purposes to use it for. For productivity, business purposes, and maybe entertainment too. For if you got if you're not too caught up with having to have too much responsibility, there's a number of games too that I used to play. But anyway, yeah. So I think it would be useful to have a checklist. Plus, it would be a good idea for me to create pages and codes that I can just copy and paste from, because editing a website pretty much with a notepad style editor is you're not going to memorize everything just off the top of your head unless you've been doing it for years and years and years and years, and since you were little, I suppose. It's like learning and then speaking another language. Unless you're doing it every single day for the whole entire day, which I don't have that kind of free time to be able to do, because I got to deal with keeping these keeping the extortion racket off my back, because at some point I need to figure out how I'm gonna get a car. But the thing is, family keeps on pestering me about, oh, you gotta get a driver's license. Well, they won't issue a driver's license because there are some cases in Washington state. I know how to remove it from the system. It's just I got to put these documents together, notarize it, and then the notary publics around here won't really bother to notarize anything unless it's for specific purposes. And because these are essentially common law type documents where it's not part of their forms, and it's not through their cult, religion, government system thing, then they're like, oh no, we don't notarize those documents, or we can't notarize those documents. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to write up a bunch of complaints against every single public official in this town, and then submit it to everywhere, to the whole entire town, to their own court, to the circuit court, to the Supreme Court, to the FBI, to the DOJ, to the Hague Tribunal, which is the International Criminal Court, to the governor, the vice president, the president, even Queen Elizabeth II herself, just to make a point of it. Because a lot of us are actually getting pretty sick of all of this treason that's being committed against us on a daily basis, preventing us from really being able to do anything without the risk or a threat or risk of getting shot by a cop. So it's one of the reasons why I don't really leave my place too much, because that's just it. They're crazy. We have a bunch of crazy people running society right now who are in control of all of the critical infrastructure and resources, and it should not be that way. But maybe, well, but eventually the whole system's going to have to collapse if that keeps up. If everybody's lives get disrupted, then at least we all lose everything to become homeless together. So anyway, I guess today was a bit of a kind of a rant, and then so I'm in my kitchen right now. I washed up my dishes again, but I got some more that I still need to clean up. And then I don't I usually prefer to eat like mostly fruits and vegetables. So the other time, I had some chicken there and rice, but usually I just prefer to just eat the fruits and vegetables most of the time. It's healthier for you, better for your skin, and so forth. Anyway, this is probably going on for longer than all of my other videos, and we've already covered enough for now. So I'll end here, and we'll see you guys later. Alright, have a nice day. Bye for now.